Hey y'all, it's your girl Wally, and I'm back. I know I missed 2 weeks, but go ahead to sit me down. But I'm back. I'm back, like I never left. But anyway, my name is Wally. If this is your first time, welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for coming in here and vibing with us. We vibe. As you see today, I got a little comfortable t-shirt. Um, if you like Marvel, let me know. I'm a Marvel girl. But anyway, if this is not your first time, thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for just showing love. Um, Update. So this is an update about my piece. To be honest, I don't know. I can't say. I feel like I have gained my peace, like fully back, like not fully in control. Yeah, I want to say, but it feels like I'm there. Like it gives calm. It gives whatever is whatever. So I would say it's back, y'all. It's back. Clock that T is back. It's back. So I stopped there on my piece. So today we are gonna be continuing spiritual warfare on what I was talking about on my last episode. So this is episode 8, and we're just continuing on the types of warfare there are, the stages that normally happens, what it basically prepares you for, and how to overcome it. So y'all know, normally I have my little notes down here. Today, I got my notes on my phone. So I'll like be reading from my phone of all my notes that I wrote down and what I got from it, and then I'll give y'all the story at the end. Um, so first and foremost, the types of warfare there are and what they build. So it's mental warfare when your mind starts spiraling and you can't control it, and God is basically saying, "Hey, look, you need maybe a routine. You need to figure out like how can you manage this." Another one is emotional warfare, where your emotions just spiral and you don't know how to control them. So maybe you might overthink, overdo, or overdo decisions, maybe that become out of your control, I would say. Relational warfare, where people you become more in conflict with people, where God tries to move these people from you. So he'll like sometimes remove people from you so he can grow you. Other Another one is environmental warfare, which kind of is like relational warfare in a way, because relational warfare is you conflicting with people, but environment is basically the same thing. He's removing you from your environment, whether it's people or your environment. Physical warfare is when gotta take care of your body, when he starts attacking your body. um Purpose warfare is when he puts you in purpose, and he allows you to know, okay, this is your purpose, this is what you're supposed to be doing. So he ignites your passion. And I don't know, if a certain part of me also feels like sometimes if you have a passion for something, that doesn't necessarily mean that's your purpose. I wanted to say that out there because it is possible. Because I'm a walking, talking, passionate person about certain things, and I'd be like, and then he exposed that this is my purpose. I'm like, really? But anyway, next one is identity warfare. Woo, child, in Jesus' name. Identity warfare is where uh he shapes who you are to who you're becoming, who he's called you to be, which that sometimes, brings a lot of things out of you. Like, who are you? Like, what do you like? You know, what triggers you? What do you need to heal from? So identity warfare is a big one for me. Another one is temptation warfare. Of course, everybody knows what temptation is, when people tempt you. And sometimes I feel like when you're in a temptation warfare, that's just, more so God putting you in action to see, have you learned from this? What you're going to do when this happens, before he puts you in the field of what he, sent you to be. And the last one is silence warfare, where you feel like you can't hear nothing. Lord Jesus, in Jesus' name, you can't hear nothing. And you're like, God, are you there? Are you there? And he's there, but he's like, I gave you everything, and you need to show me that you can handle everything that I gave you. And mainly, silence warfare is right before your breakthrough. Uh, so the stages. What do the stages look like, right? Um, the stages start with awareness, where you become awake. I know you've probably heard a lot of people say, oh, people sleepwalk and all this. And to be awake is to be present in a present time, know what's happening in a present time and stay in the present. And to not be present is to live in the past, meaning you're constantly always thinking about what happened in the past, whether it was yesterday or you're constantly thinking about what's going on in the future. If you're constantly thinking about what's in the past and what's in the future, you're not here, you're not woken, but that's the first stages. So the first stages is awareness. Your first stage of waking up. This is when God is trying to align your thinking, basically. Yeah. Stage two is that's when emotional and pressure warfare starts, where he basically refines your emotions so that you don't act on impulse. That you could try to control. Not try. He sits you down and lets you control your emotions, because a lot of times when in your emotions, a lot of decisions that you make are on impulse and they're not the right ones. So he basically refines your emotions so that you can make better decisions going forward. Stage three is relationship, relational and exposure. So here for relational and exposure, this is basically, like I said before, where he'll basically remove you from certain people, showing you who you can and cannot be around, and environments, and he's telling you, hey, look, these people drain you. They're no longer aligned with your path that I'm putting you on. And then stage four, it will go to alignment and your purpose. So this is where purpose warfare and alignment happens, where you basically become at peace. He basically sits you down with dealing with loneliness, being alone. Not even lonely, I would say more quiet time with him. That's how I look at it. But he puts you in this position. He basically shifts you for the next level. Stage five is the testing part. This is identity warfare and testing. This testing stage where he becomes quiet as well, and he, constructs your identity to make sure what he put in you is in you. So I have here, God helps to confirm who you are and who you're becoming. Same like I said before. And stage six is where you are in alignment. You're walking and talking in alignment. This is the final stage. This is more so where the silence happens, and he's during action. I would, I would say he's always watching you, but this is the time he's watching to see. Okay, I put all this in you. Are you going to show up? Are you going to install what I installed? Is it in there, or do you need some more lessons? um and then during the alignment, you're still walking in, this is also with purpose warfare and things like that happen. Stage seven is the last stage, where it's your breakthrough, where suddenly everything starts lining up, everything goes with flow, everything is flowing, and you're just, at peace, and you're living, and you're still working in your purpose, you're at peace with chaos. And everything just start, aligning with each other. I do, before I go to what spiritual warfare prepares you for, I did want to speak about, I did watch my sermon. I watched it for New Year's. I watched my sermon for New Year's. If you don't know by now, I don't know, Pastor Mike Jr., his sermons just speaks to me. I had this conversation with my mother the other day. I was like, "Ma, like," she was like, "Oh, when she go to church, no matter what church she goes to, she feels like, the energy." And I'm like, "That's interesting. For me, that's not how it is. I guess because I'm an empath. But when I go, like, I want to go to a church where I like, okay, I want to serve here. Like, I want to, help them make a difference. And I just feel like Pastor Mike Church helps me and not makes me, but it just ignites the fire in me and make and I don't want to say make me. It ignites the fire in me and it allows me to have the passion to want to help people, to want to get engaged with the church. But it is far, so I can't really be too engaged. But I am hoping to find a church where I live. But yeah, but that was another thing I was saying on my church sermon. What shaped my life to help me think better? I'm hoping it shapes somebody else's life. If you go, you should go watch that sermon because and watched it. No, it was the Devo energy. He said it, not the sermon. You should watch the sermon too. If I said that, like, if I said the sermon, that means the sermon is meant for you. But I was mainly trying to get to the Devo energy, is what he said it. He was basically saying, like, a lot of people go through things and they be like, oh my God, I'm so tired. And that was me. Like, I'm tired. I'm like, God, man, I done been through so much. I'm just tired. I just want to be loved. I just want to. And he's like, have you ever stopped to think about it? Like, when you go to hospitals, what does this mean? Like this. And the lady was like, it's a line. He's like, okay, what does it mean when you go to the hospital? She's like, that means you're dead. Yeah, that means you're dead. And he said, that means, so if you have life in you, that means it's going like this. He was like, so your life is meant to be ups and downs. That changed my whole life perspective. Because I'm like, I ain't never think about that. And that makes so much sense because it's like, no matter what you go through, like, you're gonna go through ups and downs. But the thing is, you pray for God to give you the strength to get through those ups and downs. Because it's never gonna be like everything gonna be good. Like, you're gonna have those days where people gonna try you, things gonna try you. You just never know. But it's good to just know that God's always got you and everything happens for a reason. So that's what I took from that. And that shaped my life. I was like, oh. But But anyway, I'm hoping to shape somebody else's lives. But next, what it prepares you for. So spiritual warfare, basically, it prepares you for a higher level purpose. It trains you to carry more responsibility, more wisdom, to be where he's alive, where he needs you to be. Because they said I can't even say they, because I don't even know where I got this from, but what I noticed was, when everybody has a purpose on this earth, right? And when you're not in your purpose, like, when you don't, if you are born in this earth and you never walk your purpose, do you know that the people you were supposed to help don't get their help? Like, I had to think about that. I'm like, dang, so you trying to tell me, like, I'm supposed to help. God sent me here to help certain people, and I know I got a healing spirit. God sent me here to help certain people. That means, so if I don't get in my purpose, that means, like, the people I'm supposed to help, who's supposed to be like magnetic to me so I can help, they're not gonna get the help because I'm their help. Like, that changed. I was like, what? Anyway, it also spiritual warfare also prepares you for stronger discernment, meaning allowing you to know who to be around, what decisions to make, because you don't always want to make, the rational decisions. Meaning, you know, if God puts you on here for a purpose, whether it's small or big, any decision that's not His will, you can potentially be going the other way. Excuse me. You can potentially just be rerouted, going in the wrong direction, going in not the direction that He wants you to go down. And I feel like every direction that God wants you to go down is a direction that most I gotta say, most definitely, like, all the time, it's what you desire at the end of the day. So that was another way I was like, that's crazy. Another one, spiritual warfare, it prepares you for emotionally and mental stability. Of course, obviously, because it tests you, it pushes you through things so that you can learn, and you can learn a lesson and get through it and show up for others. It also prepares you for breaking cycles, meaning, I see, when you wake up, you go around people and you just be like, yo, like, and if they sit there and they talk to you and they tell you maybe their lifestyle, whatever they've been going through, you start to notice that people are in cycles. Yeah. And I'd be like, yo. And it's like, not for nothing, I've learned growing up, I've always wanted to help people, like, give people the wisdom that I've learned. And I learned that certain people don't want help. And that's, I guess, coming here, it's like I've like it hindered me, and it discouraged me from getting here. I want to say taking so long because I feel like everything happens for a reason, but I would feel like that was something that kind of helped me back from actually stepping into my purpose. Was knowing that I wanted to help everybody, and not everybody want help, but knowing that God didn't send me here to help everybody. So it also prepares you for leadership and visibility, being seen if he's calling you to be seen, being a leader if he's calling you to be a leader, do a Bible study if he's calling you to do a Bible study, if he's calling you to do, who and God knows whatever it is he's calling you to do. Spiritual warfare prepares you for that. um he basically strengthens so spiritual warfare basically strengthens your spirit first so that you can stand firm and not fold under pressure. And what are ways to overcome spiritual warfare? Staying spiritually fed. I've learned a lot about staying spiritually fed. Staying spiritually fed does not mean reading 5,000 pages of your Bible. And I'm not gonna say it doesn't, because it can. Like, everybody's different. Everybody's not the same. For me, it started out with doing 3 pages in the morning, 3 pages at night, and then I had to slow down and start doing it flow. Because I noticed that when you do routines, like, it could potentially become autopilot, where you're just walking on autopilot and you're not showing up as your authentic self. You're just performing. So what I've learned to do is just go and flow. And it's okay. Like, if I read my Bible one page or one verse, that's still me getting his word. Or whether I read my prayer book that I wrote, that's still me getting his word. Like, I have so many books. Like, I got a prayer book, and I also got like a spiritual book that says what God said, so what God told me. So if I even read that, that's still getting being spiritually fed. So I noticed that as well. And I also wake up and I also read like this Bible app, and it has a verse in there every day. That's still being spiritually fed. So I feel like over time it does get stronger. You do need more. So teach your own. But another way to overcome spiritually warfare is don't entertain fear-based thoughts. But that's also what he pushed you through, as far as he's helping you mentally. Like, when he pushed you through the mental, what is it? The mental the mental warfare. When he pushed you through that basically helps you, so that the negative thoughts that you do have that are based on fear can not vanish, but they can be tamed. They can be, removed, so that you can think more positive. I'm learning sometimes you gotta be intentional too. If you're intentional about wanting your thoughts to change, you gotta figure out what helps you. You know? So that um another thing is setting boundaries with people who drain you. That's important. And I say that's important because sometimes it could be family that drains you. And it's not on some, not trying to be funny, but it's not on some, oh my God, I don't want to be around you, you drain me. Like, it's not that. It's more so, hey, look, your energy is a little too much. Um, know what grounds you, so that when you do actually spend time, you can still come back and do your grounding energy, so that you come back to yourself, and take them days off that you need to separate. I'm learning that too, so that you can still spend that time with your family or spend that time with your friends. So there's that. But setting boundaries, the boundary is knowing when too much is too much for you, as far as if it's energy, if it's, people who trigger you, whatever it is. And basically, because I realize when I say set boundaries, a lot of people don't know what setting boundaries are. They're like, what do you need to set boundaries for? It's not for them. You're hurting them. It's for you. Because you can have people who trigger you. You can have people who drain your spirit. You can have people who confuse your intuition. You can have people who pull you backwards to the old you. And you can even have people who bring negativity. Do you not know all of these things, like, drain you? Not even only that, it was a thing they said. It was more so, If you're around, like if you're just, if you're a godly person, I can't say godly, but if you're just this person who's always positive, and you end up being around somebody who's always negative, it's two things gonna happen. It's either their negativity gonna overpower yours to where you're gonna be in that same energy that they're in, or your energy is gonna overpower theirs, and they're gonna be in your light. You get what I'm saying? So that's taking that chance. And for me, I don't want to take that chance. I'm not taking that chance. I'd rather be like, okay, I'm gonna spend this time, go home, do my boundaries. Listen, I'll see y'all 2 days, maybe a day. Give a day between for me to relax. And come back to earth, ground myself. So that's what I mean by boundaries. But anytime you do feel this, it's a sign to pull your energy back and focus on you in that moment, whether it's for a day, 2, 3 days, whatever you feel like you need. Another one it does, another way to overcome spiritual warfare is to stay focused. And staying focused means, like, say for instance, when you start out on your purpose and you have a routine, continue to do those routines. Now, I would say use your discernment, because for me, some of my routines that I did do had me on autopilot, and I had to like switch it up a little bit because I wasn't feeling it. Like, it became, okay, this is what I gotta do. Like, no, you gotta feel it. And if you don't feel it, take a day, flow. What do you want to do this morning? You want to work out, or you want to lay down? You want to go to the gym, or you want to watch TV? Don't sink in it too much, but use your discernment. So staying focused on what God, put in your focus before, whatever happened. Um, Another way to overcome spiritual warfare is to use your spiritual tools, meaning focus on the things. I feel like that's like the same one with staying focused. Using your spiritual tools is basically staying close to God, using the tools that He gave you to help others. Um, Staying focused on what makes you happy. What is your passion? And maybe it's doing content. Maybe your purpose is helping others. Maybe your purpose is talking to other people. Whatever it is, if you continue to stay in purpose in talking to people or doing what helps you stay focused, that helps. Another one that helps as well is don't isolate, but choose safe people. There are I'm learning a lot of people don't have safe people. I'm not even gonna story. That was I'm learning a lot of people do not have safe people. So my biggest thing was to find that one person if you do have that one person. If you don't, look, listen, find a counselor. And if you don't have a counselor, get a book and write your thoughts down. Maybe that might be your big best friend for the moment. Use what works for you, because I'm learning that everybody don't have their, like I said before, everybody don't have the same resources. So I can't say choose safe people and you like, what people? Maybe your people is God. Listen, you might think talking out loud to God is crazy, but listen, it works for me, okay? I wake up like he's a normal person. I talk out loud to him and it works for me. Not saying it's gonna work for you, but I'm just saying if you ain't got it, you gotta use what he gave you. I'm learning that too. Use what he gave you. Um Another one that helps is surrendering what you cannot control. That's also important too, because I've noticed that I'll be like, oh my God, worrying about stuff that I can't control. If I listen, let me tell y'all something. I want to show y'all. I got this little thing. I got this little thing from what was it? Dollar Tree? This thing says give it to God. And it was only $1.25, okay? And this thing says give it to God, and it has a notepad. I'm gonna show you. It has a pencil, a small pencil, which is so cute. And then it has a notepad. It has a notepad. Whatever you write on this, that means you putting it here. You saying God take it. But after you put it in there, that means you fully letting it go. You're not thinking about it. You're not doing nothing. You putting it in this box and you letting it go. And on top of that, it has a little prayer. I don't know. Like, this little prayer box right here did something for me. Okay, you might not think so, but it did. It did a lot. It did a lot for me. And I was very thankful and grateful that I came across that little box. Another thing that can help as well is remembering who you are. Just staying rooted in who you are. And I would say that because you can like stay and focus on what you like to do, whether it's getting out more, whether you want to take walks, whether you want to go to class, can candle making classes, whether you want to go to dance classes, whether you want to go to Pilates classes or Zumba classes. Who knows? Just staying focused, on what you like. If that what helps you stay focused in that moment, use it. God gave us these things for a reason. He gave us everything. I feel like God gave us everything we need in the moment to deal with what we have to deal with. He gave my words is getting all over the place. But I feel like God gave us everything we need in the moment to deal with whatever we are faced with in the moment, if that makes sense. And I hope that makes sense. But that's how I feel. Um Whether or not that was the end, I hope it helped someone about those. And if it didn't, that's fine too. But I just like to get my words and my wisdom out there of what I learned, because it's like I said before, it's not easy. Like everybody might think, oh, it's easy. It's not. I experienced it firsthand. It's not easy. And the story I'm going to tell right now to why I decided to do spiritual warfare uh episodes is because lately I feel like I've been really trying to figure out where am I? Like what season am I in? And I'm learning that I had to ask God, like, God, what season do you have me in? And he had me relaxing. He had me sitting down so that I can move with flow. And I'm very grateful for that. Because now it's like, listen, if he said don't post, don't post. I don't even get on social media that much. And I'm so very grateful for that. Like, I got a show I watch. I find shows to watch. It's just being in your own energy, like giving you that space to just be who he's calling you. He called you to be. So I'm very grateful for that. So once again, thank you for watching. I know this was a little longer than my normal videos, my regular or the previous videos, but thank you for watching. I hope this video helped you, and if it didn't, that's okay. And if it did, like, share. Maybe it might help someone else. Who knows? But it's your girl Wadley, and I'm out.